I don't know who needs to hear this, but a cult doesn't have 77 million followers. That's a revolution. A cult has a few thousand followers with blue hair and random pronouns.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So we're back to our normal videos. We are definitely taking a break from Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Even my wife is like, man, I'm sick of hearing this guy's name. And I mean, we're on this side of the border. I'm totally sick of this story. If anything new really develops that's worth bringing up, then I will. If like new evidence pops out that really works either for or against, I guess, our side with this story, I'll bring it up. Besides that, if it's just the usual people saying, hey, you got to bring him home, I'm ignoring it for now. Enough is enough. It kind of drove me a little bit crazy. However, there is a new smear on the Trump administration, though, that surfaced 2 days ago. So we're going to get into that a little bit. But besides that, we're back to our regular business. Let's get into it.
Okay, I got a question. If the definition of being a patriot is someone who vigorously loves their country and supports their country and defends their country, why are you okay with going back on the country's constitution and the country's laws? That's not being a patriot. That's the opposite of being a patriot. Is it just me?
I feel like I'm at the point where it's kind of pointless for me to keep talking. Because everybody around me right now thinks that I'm crazy. So yeah.
If you're genuinely okay with the president ignoring the checks and balances, with the president ignoring a direct order from the Supreme Court, if you're genuinely okay with it, never call yourself a patriot again. Take every American flag down out of your house, burn every American flag piece of clothing you have, and don't you ever, ever, ever dare put your hand over a heart when somebody says the Pledge of Allegiance or when the Star Spangled Banner plays. You better not fucking act like a second of your life is spent loving America if you're okay with any part of our government ignoring the system of checks and balances. You're not a patriot. You're a cuck.
To the people in the U.S. military who swore an oath to the Constitution and not the fucking president, where are you? Where are you?
So now we have 4-year-olds that are standing before a judge to determine their immigration status. No lawyer, no guardian, no translator. This is what's happening right now. Are you telling me that you're not going to show grace for children? You're okay with this? I really need to know, maggots. This is something that you're okay with? Because this is something that you have to live with. So tell me, Christian, follower of Christ, is that what Jesus would do? You're not going to help them, are you? Because you guys are a bunch of assholes.
There's just absolutely no way. There's just no fucking way that the things that are happening in our country right now, so many of you are okay with. I mean, clearly you are. Clearly you are. And that's so disturbing. That is so insanely disturbing. We have 4-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 7-year-olds going into court to defend themselves. They don't have parents. They were separated from their parents. They don't have lawyers. A 4-year-old child is representing herself in court for immigration. What the fuck? What the fuck? America! What is happening and why are we letting it happen like this? I am so sick of you motherfuckers that are laughing at us for giving a shit. Fuck you.
Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what's got her so disturbed, I guess you can say. I thought she was just, throwing a little fit until she was really stressing the 4-year-old. I'm like, no, come on, man. What are they trying now? A 4-year-old kid in court. So I searched it up. I came across this article here. I'll just put it up on the screen. You guys can actually go to this site. It's called Gothamist.com. I found it on X. Of course, it was being posted by Gothamist.com. They're the only people that are publishing this story, and it was published on the 22nd of April. So I took their writing, how you see 4-year-old migrant girl, and did a search on that. And then, of course, I came across good old Aaron Parnas. If you guys don't know who this guy is, he's a total propagandist that you'll find on TikTok. He's like the nicer version of Harry Sisson. But either way, he's a complete leftist propagandist and quite honestly, just a complete grifter. People on the left believe whatever this guy says. So I'm going to play a video clip for you that he was running on his TikTok page, trying to like really dig into this whole 4-year-old migrant girl situation. Check this out.
Are you a little nervous this morning? See? Do you understand what these proceedings here in court are all about? You know what a lawyer is? No?
We have some breaking news right now. The Trump administration is now forcing children as young as 4 years old to represent themselves in court. According to the Gothamist and other local reporting, because the Trump administration has essentially eliminated a lot of programs for undocumented children to have legal assistance in the courtroom, they are now forced to represent themselves. And this is just one example. This is them quoting a judge saying, quote, "The reason we're here is because the government of the United States wants you to leave the United States." There are about a dozen children during this court hearing. The parties included a 7-year-old boy wearing a shirt emblazoned with a pizza cartoon, an 8-year-old girl and her 4-year-old sister in a tie-dye shirt who squeezed a pink plushie toy and stuffed it into her sleeve. None of the children were accompanied by parents or attorneys, only shelter workers who helped them log on to the hearing. This is the new reality of the America that we now live in, and it's only going to continue as further cuts are made. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack, link to my bio, so subscribe for free for this news and more. Spread the word and follow along for all the news you need to know about. More to come.
Yeah, you guys see that? How emotional that is? Like, man, Trump is a real bad, evil guy, isn't he? You see that poor kid sitting in court? Like, having no idea what a lawyer is? And that's just terrible. They shouldn't have to represent himself at 4 years old. So even ignore what Aaron Parnas is saying. He's just going along with the whole narrative here. And you even heard him mention it. I got it from the Gothamist.com. That's the only place that's running this story. So what I did is I took his video at the beginning there where it says toddlers are having to represent themselves in immigration court, and I did a search on that. Then I came across where this video comes from. So I'm going to show you guys this video in its entirety. It's a little over 2 minutes long, and then we're going to be dropping this whole 4-year-old situation. From what I'm thinking here is, Trump was, hey, where's the 300,000 missing kids that were trafficked into the United States? So it's not like he's going to find these kids and say, hey, you got to go represent yourself in court and then get the heck out. That's not exactly how this works. Let me play this video for you guys real quick.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Immigration Judge William Snoffer, sitting in the Immigration Court in Portland, Oregon. These are removal proceedings. Do you understand what these proceedings here in court are all about? You know what a lawyer is? No? Do you have a lawyer? No? The respondent is present in court, but without an attorney. Sophia, good morning. Are you a little nervous this morning? See? You know what a lawyer is? No. No? You have a lawyer?
Okay, the reason I wanted to play that video for you guys is so you can get the full gist of it, because they keep cutting it abruptly. There's people that are posting this up on X going along with that Gothamist article and stating, here's the proof. Look what Trump's doing. Trump is terrible. This video was posted on X for the first time in 2018. And it was posted up on X to smear Trump during his first term. They were saying, look what Trump's doing in court. I looked deeper into it. This video is actually, it depicts another short film made by this Linda Friedman person. As you can see here at the end of this video, it's stating that the kids are actors. That judge is a real judge, but he came out of retirement just to act in this little short film for her. It's all actors. This is a complete reenactment based on another court case that took place between 2014 and 2016 when children were representing themselves in court at young ages, like 7 years old, 8 years old, started by the Obama administration. This has got nothing to do with Trump. During Trump's first term, this was still a legal thing. This was still able to happen to children. But this is not what's going on right now. So this is the smear job that's going to be popping up and around for the next few days. You guys are probably going to hear more about it because the left is going nuts with it. They think, again, they have another golden ticket on Trump here. And it's a complete smear job. So I spent a good time of my day today fighting against this on X and posting up the proof left, right, and center on everybody that's trying the smear job. Because people on X cannot erase your post. So once I stick it there, it's there. They can't do anything about it. So I just wanted to bring you guys up to speed with that situation. Besides that, let's get right back into it.
So y'all can spend the money, probably our tax dollar money, to send women to space for 0.02 seconds, okay? But we somehow can't find a way to get a man, an innocent Maryland man, from El Salvador maximum security prison that we sent him to. But it was all in the name of women, right?
Nothing scares me more than the sociopathic behavior of people that don't charge their phone every night. Like, what do you mean your phone's on 3%? What do you mean you're not just putting your phone on the charger before you go to sleep every single night? What do you mean you're not waking up with your phone on 100% every single morning? And they don't even care. Their phone will literally be on 3% and they're like, yeah, I haven't charged it in 6 days. 6 days? What? Listen, I just don't understand how you can live that much on the edge.
In 3 days, I will be hopping on a red-eye flight and traveling internationally to a foreign country for the first time solo. And my biggest fear doing so is returning. Trouble I might face at the airport rather than the fears of entering a foreign country.
The Trump administration just got rid of representation for unaccompanied minors when they're in court, meaning that 26,000 children who don't have parents are going to have to represent themselves in court. This is because everybody who supports Donald Trump is a fascist.
Tomorrow is my son's court date for his name change. I am so excited. I didn't even think to get like a personalized gift. I could kick myself, and so now I'm just like scrambling for ideas. You may just have to get something late. Anyway, I just want to share that. I know a lot of creators talk about sharing trans joy, and I want to share the joy of being the parent of a trans person and getting to be part of just a really exciting moment for him. For us, it's exciting for me. I love it. I love the name he chose. Just all of it's so cool. All of it's so cool. In the midst of all of this, I'm just so excited. So, bye.
I talk to Trump supporters and they be dumb as fuck. I don't care. They're yell stupid. When people say they voted for Trump, I always ask why, and they give me stupid ass fucking answers. One of my ex-friends voted for Trump. Don't worry, y'all. I cut the bitch off already. Don't look at me like I'm crazy. Before I cut them off, I asked, why did you vote for Trump? Because I want to know why you made such a fucking stupid decision. So she tells me out of her own mouth that the reason why she voted for Trump is because she is a Christian woman and that Trump is for the Christians. And if you are a Christian, you need to vote for Trump. That is what she said. So, of course, I love a cute little argument. So, bam, I asked her, I said, so you're a Christian, right? She says, yes. So I said, you believe in God? She said, absolutely. So I said, okay, as a Christian woman, how does it feel that you voted for someone that created their own Bible? She looks at me like I just lied, like I just made a blatant lie. She said, well, that's not true. I said, it is. You know, we can Google it together if you like. You know, I'm a little messy like that. I said, we can Google it together. And we did just that. We Googled it on my phone, and he called it the Trump Bible. So I asked her again, as a Christian, right? How does it feel to vote for somebody that made their own Bible? I thought that was blasphemy, but I want to hear your thought process. Go ahead. This bitch looked at me dead in my eyes and said, Obama wasn't any better. No, who the fuck brought up Obama?
Well, Obama wasn't any better. Obama was actually much worse. I mean, he looked like he was really polished in term number 1, but term number 2, I think people started to really see a little bit through him, right? With this whole Obamacare. And the point is, lie, and then lie. There's no such thing called the Trump Bible. Trump did not make his own Bible. What that is, I think it's the God Bless America Bible. Oh, sorry, God Bless the USA Bible, endorsed by Lee Greenwood. And it's the King James Version. It's not the Trump version of a Bible. Trump did not write his own Bible. So not only was he lying to this girl who voted for Trump, and he pretty much all just told us a bullshit story because there's no way that he pulled up on his phone and said, it's called the Trump Bible, and he wrote his own Bible. So, of course, more lies coming out of the left. And I mean, this kid's young too, right? I was able to tell right away just with his temperament, like he's obviously not the brightest or the brightest star in the sky, not the sharpest knife in the drawer, about 5 cans short of a 6-pack. So again, the youth, this is where they're absorbing. This is where they're very impressionable. And obviously he thinks that he's supposed to be a Democrat because he doesn't know any better. He hasn't done any research. He watches the news or whatever news his parents watch. The kid doesn't look like he's much older than 18, 19 years old. Maybe he's a little older. He's just blessed and looks younger, but I highly doubt it because he acts quite immature. Trump is a Christian. Before, July 13th, Trump was not extremely religious. You didn't get the impression he was extremely religious, but Trump had an awakening after that situation because, as we all know, no matter how much the liberals wanted to deny it, God helped him out that day. God wants Trump in the White House. Deal with it, please.
I am so over waking up to the latest illegal mess tied to MAGA. It's just 4 letters in the alphabet, an M, an A, a G, and another A. They don't own them, and I'm reclaiming them. I'm taking them back for the sensible, compassionate, real Americans who just want peace, a fair shot, and the chance to live out our damn dreams without constantly wondering when the final anvil is going to drop. When democracy as we know it, as we believe it, gets swallowed by an oligarchy masquerading as patriotism. So yeah, I'm done letting them define it. I'm reclaiming MAGA for us. Make assholes go away. Let's make it happen.
MAGA is a cult and Trump is a racist. If you disagree with MAGA, they will do everything they can to call you names, to belittle you, to talk to you like you're an idiot. And that essentially is the new Republican Party now, the MAGA party. These guys are just clowns. All they do. That's all they do. They just like to try to hop on their high horse and talk down to people. Well, not going to happen.
Just a quick reminder, diversity, equity, and inclusion isn't the reason the stock market is crashing right now. It's because you gave a white man who's unqualified a job just because a qualified black woman applied for it. Have the day you deserve. Bye.
Anyone else watching the news waiting for the next executive order to come out declaring Donald Trump as the new pope? No, just me.
Remember how Trump said over and over on the campaign trail that they're coming for you, but that he just happens to be standing in the way? But it turns out they, whoever they are not coming for you. But he is coming for you if you're on Medicaid or food stamps, or especially if you're an immigrant, legal or illegal, it turns out. And how quickly the MAGA patriots swallowed the pill of defying the lower courts and then defying the Supreme Court. How quickly they swallowed the pill of packing 90 men into a single cell like sardines, giving people a life sentence without a trial. And what we must do is to stand in his way. Trump is coming for you, but we are standing in the way because that's what Jesus would do. That's what love would do, because having brown skin cannot mean a life sentence in the land of the free.
I'm going to try to say this. My God, I'm going to try to say this shit without going the fuck off. Let me get this motherfucking shit straight. The United States of America wants to give our motherfucking FAA and telecommunications over to a goddamn drug addict. It is not enough that y'all gave our health over to a man with half a fucking brain. You put a fucking felon into office. We got a woman that don't even know what idea is at the Department of Education. Y'all got these motherfucking crazy ass people over our country, and y'all want to give our telecommunications and FAA over to a motherfucking drug addict where at any moment he can spaz the fuck out because he done lost the pill, he can't find his meds, and he'll hit the wrong motherfucking button. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? How is any of this shit fucking normal? What in the natural fuck is wrong with you motherfuckers that think giving our shit over to a goddamn drug addict is going to fix anything? What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
All right. Since the election, if you notice, the unhingedness of these liberals has been winding down. They're still very mentally unhinged with some of the things that they throw out there, but they say it in a much more calm fashion. So it's been a while since we really got to see somebody throw a temper tantrum. And this video I gave you guys too. Not bad, eh? I was so happy when I found this second one today. That was fantastic. Now, truth is, there's not that much to say about her because, I mean, she's just, being your typical off-the-rocker liberal who doesn't realize that, they're freaking out about somebody who's actually trying to help them. These guys cannot actually see what the Trump administration is trying to do, what Doge is trying to do. And even after they accomplish their mission and set a few things straight, they're not going to appreciate it even at that point still. But I just had to present this clip to you guys because, I mean, it deserves some airtime, right? She was completely off the hinges there. She was a nut. Did you see her eyes? Crazy. On another note, I am going to be, the links I keep in my description down below for the Drunk Pinata show. Sorry, DP. I'm going to actually be on his show live on Saturday. His show begins at 4, I believe. I'm not sure what time I'm on. I'm going to be ready as of 4. Don't know exactly what we're doing. I don't know if he's going to be throwing some questions at me. If we're just going to get into some discussion. The guy's highly intellectual, so it's going to be a really good conversation. We'll probably end up actually watching some clips or something as well too. So I don't know what we're doing. We're just going to wing it, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be on his show on Saturday for a live appearance, I guess I can say. Saturday from 4 and after. So I hope you guys can maybe make it over there on Saturday. Check out the links on Rumble or pilled.net. I usually go to Rumble to watch his show. Besides that, as usual, I got one more clip for you guys to leave you with. If you guys like this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. If not, if you can either comment, like, share the video, interact with it in one way or another to help me with this algorithm that is really not my buddy here on YouTube. And besides that, I shall see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, guys.
Good afternoon. After very strongly renaming the Gulf of Mexico as Gulf of America, we will be making further changes effective immediately. Europe will now be known as America Plaza East. The Panama Canal will be known as Trump America Canal of Trump. And of course, Turkey will now be known as Chicken.
Why are you renaming Turkey in particular?
Why are we doing it? Because we can. What are they going to do about it? Does Turkey want a beef over being called chicken? We'll call them beef. What else? Oh, also we're going to name Hungary Thirsty. But don't worry, the Prime Minister there will do whatever I tell him.
What is behind this policy of changing everyone's name?
Because America will no longer allow people to tell us what to call them. It's like the pronouns. It's over. So what's that? Zelensky's on line 3? Put him on speaker. What else do you want? We're cutting off the aid immediately. Mr. Trump, we demand that you call our country Trump Crane. Trump Crane? Boy, I always thought of it more of a me crane than a Ukraine, but tell me more. Greater Trump Crane. Greatest Trump Crane. Deal, and we will also rename Donbass Donald Bass and retake from Russia. Deal, I love it. Sally, tell Pete Hegseth to give these Trump Cranians whatever they want.